Hello and welcome back to Mocha Says. Today I'm going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 29, which is crazy, but I think that Peacock counts Watch What Happens live episodes that have to do with Beverly Hills as Beverly Hills episodes. So, anyways, on Peacock it says it's episode 29. So, let's get into it and see what Mocha has to say. All right, so they start this episode where they left off the last episode. So Kyle and Dorit are getting into it about Kyle talking to the other ladies and gossiping about Dorit about her financial crisis and her being erratic and all these concerns for her. So they're going back and forth about it. Dorit is not buying it. She thinks that Kyle's just gossiping, trying to make her look bad, trying to make her look like she's like losing her mind, she's being irresponsible. And Kyle is like, no, that's absolutely not the case. I'm genuinely concerned about you. Even me and Boz talked about it and just concerned. Like everybody in this group, we've all pretty much had the same concern about you. And surprisingly, Dorit looks over to Boz and she says, I don't like that you were talking to Kyle about my situation. And Boz says, I didn't think I was breaking any confidence with you, Dorit. I was genuinely caring about you and concerned about you. And I think Kyle was genuinely concerned about you as well. And Boz apologizes and Dorit accepts it right away. And Kyle did not like that. She's like, oh, we have, of course you accept her apology. But me, I'm just a bad person. So, yeah, Kyle is very salty about that. And Rachel, she is on this thing and she just truly believes that Kyle and Dorit are like sisters. They fight like sisters. They fight the most and they're at it the most and heads the most because they have the most love for each other. And I'm just like, Rachel, that's a nice try, but I don't know. Kyle does not like Dorit. I don't think Kyle really ever liked Dorit. I know that they have their little clique or alliance, you could say, between Erika, Kyle, and Dorit. I know that was a thing. And maybe is still a thing in a way. I don't know. But they are not true friends. I think Dorit clearly thought they were friends at one point, especially because they have best friends. They were hanging out so much, but Kyle was just like, getting along to get along. She was going along to get along. She never really liked Dorit. Dorit liked her at once, but now she was like, "Oh, you're not moving like a friend would move," and she's like, "Yeah, you're not my friend." And so I don't know. I think they're trying to come together, but Kyle and Dorit are not compatible as friends. They're just not. They're good as coworkers and maybe good as, like, I don't know, alliance buddies in their co-workership, but outside of that, I'm not buying any true friendship between Kyle and Dorit. So Dorit says this thing about like her not getting grace, and Kyle is like, absolutely not. You're getting a lot of grace. You're late all the time. We give you grace. You were late when you were coming onto plane. We gave you grace." And Dorit is like, well, I apologized about that. And she's like, no, you didn't. And so Dorit goes around to everybody and apologizes. She says she didn't see Amanda at the table because she apologized to every single person except for Amanda. And Amanda is on the other side of Sutton, and Sutton is in between Dorit and Kyle. So I guess that could be it. But when she was saying apologizing to everybody, when she was apologizing to everybody, Amanda was like, okay, just skip over me. She didn't say that, but she made a face like that. And so Kyle was like, oh, you're not going to say sorry to Amanda? Really? And Dorit was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Amanda. I did not. I just didn't see you. I didn't mean to skip over you." And Sutton was like, "I mean, I was in between them, so it makes sense that she didn't see her." And Kyle's like, "Oh please, Sutton. Now you're kissing her butt. You're kissing Dorit's butt." And Kyle is just not having it. She is like, "You guys taking her side. She's not liking it." And so, anyways, Dorit says sorry, and then Erika comes in to the conversation, the argument at the table, and says, I heard that you had told some of the ladies that you had some information on Kyle that could end her. but you've been sparing her. And Dorit's like, I don't know what I said. I don't remember that or what I would have meant if I did say that. Um and Kyle is like, you know what? You keep focusing on the negative when it comes to me, and you keep trying to find the worst in me, and if that's the case and that's how you're going to move, then we don't need to be friends. And again, I mean, that didn't phase me at all. It seemed to phase all the other ladies at the table, but didn't phase me because they are not friends anyways. They're not compatible. So Erica asked Dorit, she's like, do you not feel the support from us? Like, are you not appreciative of that? And Dorit is looking confused, like, what support? And Bo says, what support is she supposed to be appreciative of, Erica? And Dorit is like, you know what, Bose, you have gave me more support than everybody at this table put together since I've been on the show. And Kyle and Erica do not like that. They're like, really? You have a bad memory. You are really you're like losing your mind right now. Erica is extremely offended. Kyle is offended, but Erica, if you watch the show, she was very offended by that. And this turns into a Kyle Dorit fight to an Erica Dorit fight. And Erica goes in. She goes in on Dorit, and she's questioning. She's like, you know what? You were late today, and you didn't tell us. You didn't let us know. We were sitting here waiting for you to start eating dinner. She was like, where were you? Where were you? Why were you late? You didn't feel the need to call us and let us know and say, hey, I'm checking on my. She said, and Dorit said she was checking on her kids, and Erica's like, you didn't feel the need to let us call us and let or text us and let us know that you were checking on your kids. You didn't think that that was appropriate. And she's like, I don't have to tell you guys what I'm doing. And they're just going back and forth. It's a bit much. And Erica's like, listen, I'm the one telling you I don't like your lateness and you're feeling attacked from me, but all the other women at this table feel the same way, and they've been saying the same thing. They're just too cowardly to speak up and tell you about it to your face. And not Zoe, Rachel, Zoe, and Sutton, they're like, yeah, I mean, we've noticed you being late and we don't like it. We've talked to you about it, or we've said this about you being late. But it seems like the other women, they're not as pressed about it as Kyle is. But I mean, Dorit, she do be late. She be doing too much. Like, being hours upon hours late is actually crazy. And then to be doing it consistently is actually crazy. And she could have gave a text to let people know, hey, I'm running late. Whether she wants to tell them their business or not, like reasoning as to why. But I think that just giving people a heads up and maybe say, hey, I'm running late. Don't wait up on me. You can, I'll just catch another flight, or I'm running late. You guys can start dinner. I'm going to show up late. That is courteous and that's thoughtful and considerate. So that is not crazy. But yeah, the other ladies, they don't seem to be as pressed about it. They're like, seem to be giving her leeway. At least Zoe and Sutton vocally said they are. So yeah, Erica's like, I don't like how you told me to shut up. And she's going in on her. And she's like, don't ever tell me to shut up again. And Dorit's like, when did I tell you to shut up? And she was like, you told me to shut up yesterday when you left me and Kyle stranded wherever they were. And she is like, and you put your hand in my face. Don't ever put your hand in my face anymore. And she's like, what? And so they show a clip, and it's when Kyle, Dorit, and Erika were getting into it. I guess they were maybe getting ice cream or something. I can't remember. But they got into it. Kyle left. But in that clip, in that conversation, that sort of heated argument, Dorit did not tell her to shut up. She told her to be quiet. And she was a few feet away from Erika when she told her to be quiet. And when she did, she held her hand up, but it was not in her face. She was at least 3 feet away from her when she put her hand up and was like, be quiet. So I don't know. That moment, I'm sure Erika was offended by it, but the way she is remembering it is not exactly how it happened. But I could see her being offended by it because they were in a heated argument. But she's being a bit hyperbolic while she's explaining it at this dinner table. So Dorit, she's like, oh girl, you're doing too much. And she throws out the C word. And the ladies at the table, they're so shocked by this, and they like gasp and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like these are the kind of women who like to throw out that word. So I don't know why they're so surprised by it. But anyways, And yeah, Dorit, she's saying, like, I've been having a hard time. And Erica's like, I've been having a hard time too. She's like, have you? And she's like, are you crazy? I'm being sued. I'm going to court. I've been in the news. It's all over the news. Of course I'm going through a hard time. And Dorit's like, but you haven't told me. You haven't confided in me. She's like, yeah, I talked to my therapist, the person who cares. Um, so yeah, they get into it, and Dorit, she's like, I've had enough, and she walks away. And so Kathy goes after Dorit to talk to her, and Boz at the table, she's like, Kyle, did you really mean it that you don't want to be friends with Dorit anymore? Kyle's just like, I mean, if this is how it's going to be, no, I don't. And Erika has tears forming and coming down her face. She has veins popping out of her forehead. Like, she is crying. And I was like, whoa. In my mind, I'm like, wow, she's actually crying. She was really she got emotional about that argument that her and Dorit got into, which did surprise me. Um but yeah, so Kyle goes over to hug her, and then here comes Rachel Zoe. Rachel Zoe is sitting next to Boz at the other end of the table, and they're like, oh, Erika. And Rachel whispers over to Boz, she's like, can I say something superficial? She's like, she looks so hot right now. She looks hot as hell. And Boz is like, okay, just let them be. And I'm just like, what? Talking about Erika looks hot as hell while she is literally crying, tears down her face, and has veins popping out of her forehead. Anyways, I thought that was very interesting. Like, all right, Rachel. But Erika she says that the three of them, meaning Erika, Kyle, and Dorit, they have a deep history and they have been through a lot together. And she doesn't like seeing Kyle or Dorit in a bad space. And she does not want that for Dorit. But Dorit has to be able to listen so that they can work with her, and so on and so forth. But yeah, they show that this is pretty much the end of the trip. They show them packing up to leave the next morning, and the ladies are just saying how, this trip was supposed to be restorative. It was supposed to be a bonding moment, but it sort of has them leaving more damaged than they expected, more damaged than they hoped. So they're back in Beverly Hills, they're back in LA, and Dorit is doing a photo shoot for her new book that is supposed to be coming out, and she's like, this is not working out for me. She's just not feeling it. And I understand that, because that first outfit she was in was an absolute no-go, but the second outfit she was in was absolutely a yes. The first one was this oversized gray suit. The pants and the jacket was oversized. It just wasn't a cute look to me. It wasn't a cute look, and I don't feel like it matches her personality. But the second outfit, very sleek, beautiful black suit. It was a little edgy and stylish. So anyway, she put that on, and then Zoe and Boz show up to support her. And I'm sure she had a successful photo shoot. I have to say, I feel like Boz is the worst dressed on Beverly Hills at the moment. I just don't like her style. I don't. I mean, I don't like what she was wearing. But that's all right. I don't like her style though. It's not for me. Um, like, the hair and her outfits and her makeup, sometimes I just don't get them. But if she likes it, then I love it in that aspect. So, Boz is saying how, yeah, they get done with the photo shoot, and then Boz, Rachel, and Dorit are talking, and talking about the trip and the dinner. And Boz says that the difference between Kyle and Boz, when it comes to them talking about Dorit, is that Kyle will give feedback and talk about Dorit, but she does it with a lot of judgment. Where Boz will do the same, but she does not have any judgment towards Dorit. I guess. Okay, cool. I guess. I don't know. And I say that because I'm not really I'm just not super bought on Boz and Dorit's friendship. Yeah, I'm just not. I also think that when it comes to their so-called friendship, I feel like Dorit gets more out of it than Boz does. But I mean, I don't know. It's only the second season, so I'm still observing. So, Dorit is like she said expresses that she's frustrated with Erika because Erika has told her that she agrees that the way Kyle has been going about addressing what Dorit is going through, she's been doing it the wrong way. But she says that she won't say Erika won't say that to Kyle, and Dorit doesn't like that because she feels like Erika is playing straddling the fence, and she feels like ultimately Erika's loyalty is with Kyle. And I mean, yeah, I sort of agree with that. I do feel like Kyle and Erika have a closer relationship than Erika and Dorit. And so Rachel's birthday is coming up. It's her 54th birthday. And so they are getting ready for that, or she's gonna have a party for that. In the next scene, Rachel takes her 14-year-old son to the shop. I guess he's gonna have his first job there, an intern at that clothing store. And she asks him about his dad. She's like, "Oh, how is their dad doing?" And the kid, he's like, "Oh, it's fine. Things are fine. Not bad. Not crazy. Like good or anything. Neutral." And she says she just wants to check and make sure things are okay, especially since I can't remember, but I think that the dad had introduced his girlfriend to the boys while she was in Italy. And Rachel didn't like that. So I think that it's reasonable for Rachel to check up and ask how are things going with the kids and their dad. But I also, low key, I think that Rachel is just like trying to be nosy and like sort of keep tabs on their dad as well. Like, I don't think she's just checking up to see how things are going. I think she's also trying to be nosy. So we go over to Bose and her gang, which is Mr. Keeley and her daughter. And they're going to a house. They're going to go look at a house with a real estate agent. It's a very beautiful house. The inside, I feel like it looks a little dark upstairs, but it looks like a nice house. It's white. It has a pool in the backyard. It looks like it's on the hills. Nice, very beautiful home. Um, and I just know that Keely is so happy inside. Like, you cannot tell me Keely is not trying to lick a sucker or get a bag through Bose. Like, he is trying to come up in life. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust Keely, but again, if Bose likes it, I love it. Okay? I just can't. So I just know Keely's so happy inside to be looking at this mansion that Bose will definitely be paying for since she's the one who was a millionaire, not him. Um, and yeah, they're just going through looking at it, and then they go to this one room, and Keely's like, "Oh, I can see this as your glam room, Bose." And she's like, or nursery. And I'm like, "Girl, give it up. Don't. Your health and your life is too important for you to be talking about birthing a baby for this man when you're like nearly 50. Like, just stop bringing up the baby, honey." But so she says that, and she says that they're going to be together no matter what, if they have a baby or not, and she's just waiting to be engaged. um Rachel's birthday is here, her 54th birthday, and she's getting ready, and this is at her house, by the way, and I guess this theme is like Studio 54. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I didn't even look it up. But I guess it's like disco theme, New York disco theme, I'm sort of getting from what the ladies were saying. But she has her 11-year-old son there, and he is going to be checking in, like checking names as people enter, which is like so cute. It's pretty cute. So they show up. Amanda, Kyle, and Son show up together, and then you have Bose and Dorit show up, and Kyle, when they show up, Kyle's like tells Son, she's like awkward. And she's like, "Oh," and the Kelly is here, and then Son's like, "Oh, not the Kelly bag." But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. They ended it. So it looks like next episode they're gonna have some more drama happening at Rachel's birthday party. And it also looks like I mentioned earlier, it looks like Keely might be proposing. I don't know what's going on with them, but maybe that's happening. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I sort of like how Dorit called out Boz at the dinner in Italy. I wasn't expecting that. And I also can see that there's a little bit of maybe jealousy. That might be too much of a word. That might not be the right word, but with Dorit being so forgiving towards Boz and not so forgiving towards Kyle, and then Erika reiterating that the three of them, Kyle, Dorit, and Erika, have been through so much. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this continues to develop throughout the rest of the season and through the reunion. Um, and to see if, I don't know, Boz gets into any kind of situation where she has to be more stern on picking sides, um or has to like call Dorit out on anything, or Dorit has to call Boz out on anything again. Like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, not because I want something bad to happen to Boz. I'm still observing Boz. I'm not really like a big fan of her, but I'm still observing her at the same time, giving her a chance. Um, but I don't like trust that those ladies really like her that much. This is like a work thing. And like I said, I feel like Dorit is more from her relationship with Boz than Boz gets from her relationship with Dorit, except for like Boz being able to sort of like, I don't know, fit in more maybe. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops. And that is it. That's my recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What did you think about this episode? Do you think that Boz is about to get engaged? I think I heard that she might already be engaged. I'm not sure. I didn't like check on that, but I wonder if she's going to actually get engaged on this next episode. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.